Just past 50 miles of today's NASCAR Busch Series 300 miler at the Chicagoland Speedway, Joliet, Illinois. Beautiful day, mid-70s, and Kyle Busch having a beautiful day too. He's out front and cruising away, although Matt Kenseth is starting to reel him in very quickly.
Very quickly. Wow, he gained a lot there through turn 1 and 2.
That's like a 2-second lead that's gone in about 2 laps.
And right now the 17 is about a half second a lap faster than the 5. We see just blows by Kyle.
Something wrong with Kyle?
Oh, here he comes on pit road. The 5 is on pit road.
Right side.
He thinks he's
flat
maybe
right front. Look at the right front.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tires and fuel, guys. 4 tires and fuel.
So at lap 40, about 20 laps shy of when he would expect to come to pit road, another leader runs into trouble. And this is one of the contenders for the NASCAR Busch Series Championship, and he's heading down at 45 miles an hour. The pit road speed limit. Dave Burns is there to cover it.
Kyle Busch didn't know if he had a problem or not. He felt like there might be something wrong on the right side, so he said right side tires, guys. So he didn't know if he had a flat going down. The car was starting to drift on him going into turns 1 and 2. That was a handling issue they were going to fix on their first pit stop. Kyle felt this other problem, figured I better get on pit road right now.
Yeah, they're pretty sure that thing's flat, Dave. The right front tire.
It was flat, definitely was. And you know, he was running the low groove. Sometimes when those guys move up to that green racetrack in the high groove, they'll wear those tires out a little more quickly than the guys on the bottom. But he was on the very bottom and had that tire problem.
So after Busch gets back up to speed, we'll check exactly how much ground he's lost to lead Matt Kenseth. If the race stays green through a set of pit stops, it won't hurt him that badly. But if a caution comes out between now and when the other leaders make a pit stop, he's got some troubles. Here's Matt Kenseth, third leader of the race. And why don't we take you through the field? Get you an update on where everybody's at this point. We'll start with the leader, and Matt Yoakum.
Alan, one year ago, Matt Kenseth finished second here at Chicago. He only got about 20 minutes of practice last night. That's just how good the race car was. Right now, they're looking at an air pressure adjustment on the right front. If the car stays the way it is right now, he's currently leading.
Greg Biffle earlier, Matt, got that fender damage from a contact with Robbie Gordon. That is not causing a severe problem for him right now, but they do plan on putting a patch over that left front when he comes in for a pit stop. Marty?
Caution flag's out. Let me interrupt you for a minute. Debris in turn number 1, and the yellow flag is out at lap 43.
That is something Kyle Busch and the 5 definitely did not want to see. He wanted all these cars to cycle through, all make a pit stop under the green, and then the caution flag come out, because now he's, what, a lap down, Alan?
He's a lap and a half down, and
he's
even
the
more.
first lap guy.
There you go.
Yeah.
The first car that's not on the lead lap would be given that lucky dog pass by NASCAR and get onto the lead lap, but that's not going to be Kyle. He's about the 5th one a lap down. It's going to be Travis Geisler who gets the free pass. So that's tough for Kyle Busch. But he'll have to go out the next segment of race and try and get himself into position to be that first guy 1 lap down.
And he just might be fast enough to be able to do that. Right now, pit road is closed. That's what the red flag means.
Of course, the caution flag in NASCAR these days means they no longer race back to the yellow. If you're new to NASCAR, you might remember that's something from the past. But now the field is frozen when the caution flag comes out. And NASCAR has taken some lumps over the past few months about the quickness with which they've been able to get the scoring sorted out and get the pit road open. They have a computer system that's tied in with scoring antennas buried underneath the racetrack. At this particular speedway, there are 8 of those around the track, and this computer system can give them the lineup now within 3 seconds to get the field squared away. You see how quickly the pit road is opened. Tomorrow, Dave will show you that computer system for the first time as part of Discover Card Countdown to Green. Check out the pit stops. Matt Kenseth is in.
The 17 car is in. They're making a track bar adjustment. The car was on the free side. They're also going to shuffle the air pressures. Originally, Matt wanted to do it all the way around. Now only on the left side to Marty Snyder.
Casey Kane running third. He is loose in. They go down on the wedge on the left side. That will make that tighter. Tight off. They go up on the track bar. That'll make that looser, Dave.
Greg Biffle's car was just a little bit tight, so they took some air out of the right front tire that they changed. 4 tires and fuel for Biffle.
Looks like Robbie Gordon.
How about that 55 of Robbie Gordon and that crew? Congratulations, guys.
They've been doing a great job. They've been gaining him some spots on pit stops pretty regularly here of late. And here it is as they come off the pit lane. Robbie Gordon, the new leader. Matt Kenseth, Greg Biffle, Casey Kane going to follow him out. So Robbie Gordon off pit road first on the stops, Dave.
Alan, they did take 4 tires on that stop, and they are expected to do well on pit road. That's Robbie's Nextel Cup crew from the 31 car in that series, except for the gas and the catch can man. So those guys are used to working together, busting off quick stops. Matt?
And the 20 car, Mike Bliss, he's still chasing his first series win. He won a truck race at Chicago's sister track, Kansas. His car was a little too tight. They tried to free it up. He was the second best car in the final practice session. Very stout today. Marty?
Matt, Joe Nemechek is in 6, and he's a perfect example of what Wally was talking about early on in the race. When he first went out, he was complaining. Car was loose. Brian Petty said, just stick with it. It'll get better. When they came down pit road, they made no changes. Car was perfect at the end of that run. You got to have it loose at the beginning of the run, right, Wally?
Got it, Marty. If you can hang on to it.
Yeah.
You have to hang on to it.
There's a trick to it.
Yeah, there is a big trick.
All right, set to go back racing. Watch Kyle Busch, second car inside line. He's the key man to see if he can get around the leaders.
Ready, green flag.
And get his lap back before a caution comes out, or at least be the first car 1 lap down before a caution comes out.
Well, he's trying to squeeze up there, isn't he?
Justin Labonte in the 44 in front of him is the first car 1 lap down for now.
Clear high now.
Look at these guys. Hermie Sadler in the 02 is not able to get up to speed. Cars going by him on the inside and outside. But being the trained professionals they are, they all made it by.
Whoa, Kyle Busch goes down to the inside.
Yikes.
I'm sure that Eddie Massencup, the spotter for Justin Labonte in the 44 car, had an anxious moment as he was trying to explain to him he had cars on the inside, cars on the outside, cars everywhere.
And behind those cars, the first to lap down we're watching, there's Mike Bliss in the 20 trying to take 3rd spot away from Greg Biffle in the 60.
Yeah, what you don't want to hear from your spotter, you're in the middle. Not what you want to hear.
So Bliss to 3rd, Biffle to 4th.
And here comes Jeff Burton in that 9 car.
Yeah, side by side. Whoa!
Oh.
Big wiggle. He was side by side for 5th.
Loose in. Now he's got no air on the rear spoiler, thanks to Joe Nemechek.
And Truex Jr. on the charge to the inside in the 8.
It looks like the Truex in the 8 car just moving up to the top of the racetrack and being as fast as the leaders gave him so much confidence in this racetrack. He's able to run down the bottom as well as the top.
While we continue to watch this, Ron Hornaday got up into the marbles in turns 1 and 2 last lap by. He lost about 5 positions in that shuffle, but has since gotten it back going. Truex Jr. in 8th. Trying to take 7th from Joe Nemechek in the 87. Dave Burns can give us more on the NASCAR Busch Series Championship leader.
Alan, the adjustment they made on that car was pretty big. They took 2 spring rubbers out of the left rear.
He and David Stremme.
David, I'm sorry, but I was watching all that.
Wow, Stremme's got a lot of damage on the right rear from that.
Had a spring just came off his car or something roll off?
Oh, man. And still no call. I guess
David Stremme was running 9th.
And my question is, how much damage does Truex have on the 8 car, if any?
Ahead of them, you see Kyle Busch in the 5 has gotten by Justin Labonte. So Kyle Busch is now the first car 1 lap down.
Right down in the corner.
As David Stremme brings his wounded car onto pit road.
Doesn't sound very happy either.
No.
A NASCAR is looking at damage to the back of Martin Truex Jr.'s car, what they call the bumper cover.
Because Truex Jr. has made contact with either the wall or the 32 car. We can see the rear bumper cover just flapping in the breeze as he goes down the backstretch.
You get a chance, you have a flat.
And for the lead.
Kenseth 17 will lead that lap.
Hey, just black flag.
Yep. Championship leader just shown the black flag for the flapping debris. Robbie Gordon hanging tough. A lot going on all of a sudden all at once.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Caution is out for debris.
And check out Mike Bliss in the 20 car. He comes up right. I thought the 17 was in front last time. What happened?
Robbie passed him back, and now the caution's out.
Okay.
So, we back this up for just a minute.
Okay.
Show you what started this whole sequence of events between Truex Jr. and David Stremme.
Okay, show us that. Here we go.
Okay, Martin down the bottom. Got a little bit loose. He went to save the race car, and unfortunately, David Stremme was there.
And actually, Truex did not hit the outside retaining wall. The contact was maybe the 32 car that ripped off that bumper cover. There we see the contact between the
That's a good thing Stremme was there. He would have hit the
wall.
On board the trim spa car.
Watch the 8-car wiggle as you go down. Too far on the inside. Can't see it, but wow.
Easy now.
There it is.
That spotter was about 5 seconds slow and said easy now.
So that started things. Then debris came off the cars and dropped onto the racetrack. While that was going on, Kenseth was trying to take the lead from Robbie Gordon, but Robbie held him off. And Kyle Busch was the first car not on the lead lap. He gets the lucky dog pass, and he's now back into swing of things after his flat tire earlier.
And Dave, what's going on with the 8 car?
Well, of course, he's a championship leader, so that's big news for him to get in trouble. He did apologize to his crew over the radio, said, I got loose going in, trying to get around him. When Kevin Mannion, the crew chief, heard that story, he said, okay, go over to the 32 crew guys and apologize to them, spotter to spotter, because we know we hit him.
Yeah, it's a big break for the 8-car, too, because now he can take his penalty under yellow and not green. So he's not going to lose that as much time.
And make repairs to that thing that's flapping around. So there's your Busch Series Championship leader coming down pit road for repairs. We are under caution number 3 in the Twister 300 at Chicagoland.